The Open Shots podcast is a mature audience's podcast. Listener discretion is advised. What's going on, DMV? This is that show. Once again, you know about us. You heard about us. It's Open Shots. Hit us up at openshotsdmv@gmail.com. I'm your host, along here with
Rick.
Brick, what's good?
Yeah, cool.
How's your week's been, man?
Week been good. Sun team got right there. I guess they get crushed. We left and they was down.
Yeah.
19-0, but they came back and they lost 25-21. As far as that, we lose every fucking. So my Mondays ain't been good for the past fucking 9 weeks. So what you mean?
Being a Redskins fan is probably not the
Misery
Monday.
Thing. 8 out of 9 weeks, man. We suck. What can I say?
Yeah. And then there was some news today about what is it? Your guard who was holding out, who now is the Redskins are trying to hold the money from.
Yeah.
They're looking like the bad guy. The Redskins
they're not looking like bad guys. They playing it by the book. You want to play it by the book? We play it by the book. They just said, I forgot what the jump was for, but shit.
Trent Williams.
I know it's Trent Williams, but the rule that the Redskins are using so they don't got to pay him his balance. He want to play hardball with us. We going to play hardball with him too. I don't agree with it. That's all Bruce Allen. I said
it kind of makes the Redskins kind of look like bad guys, just in general, kind of like,
because we were just saying what I was saying earlier, like the Redskins want to get an independent investigator. Trent Williams want to just leave it alone now.
Right.
Okay. If the Redskins did you so wrong, let's investigate.
Right on.
Let's investigate this. But fuck Trent Williams. He's not on the team.
He has to play the
fuck
game.
Bruce Allen.
That guy's got to go.
He got to go. And for everybody saying Dan Snyder got to go, he not going to go, so save your breath. I'm one of the few people that say save your fucking breath. He ain't going nowhere.
All right. So we got a couple topics we're going to get into.
Fuck Bruce Allen. He got to go.
We got a couple topics we're going to get into, and this is that show again. It's Open Shots. So we're going to start off with, we just can't fail on this one. Donald Trump is just everywhere. Especially this week, was just like, oh my goodness, every day was like, I kept hearing like the slot ringer go off, like ding, another one, ding it. So we're going to get into Donald Trump. That's our first topic.
How about Lindsey Graham, though? You saw him on the news the other day say he's not even going to fucking pay attention to it.
Right. And
he already has his mind made up. And who the fuck elects him? Shit like that pissed me off.
Where is he from? Kentucky, right?
No, South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Oh,
they still have the Confederate flag over the state house.
I don't know if they do that, but I know they still.
Sure they do. I don't know if they got rid of that one.
And that's bullshit. Did you ever hear him when they're trying to impeach Bill Clinton? Shit that he was saying?
You gotta stick to the law and all that.
Yeah.
But so let's just let our listeners know, if you're new to the show, Open Shots, hit us up at openshotsdmv@gmail.com. Our first topic is going to be Donald Trump. Then we're going to move on to the NFL roundup as we usually do. We're also going to look at the NBA so far and, just who's kind of coming and going because it's still way early in the season. Kentucky and Virginia, they had some elections this past week. And then we have a couple other topics that we may or may not get into. There may be some surprises, but regardless, we're going to get the show going. Rick, what are you sipping on?
Heineken, you already know.
Not sponsored yet, Heineken, but you know your man over here will wear the t-shirts, wear the hats, all that good stuff.
Yeah,
and of course, drink the beers.
And Newports, if y'all want to fucking sponsors. We do know people that smoke backwoods and Newports. That's a cool little plug. Keep it official. That's right.
I'm over here with these beers. Once again, still waiting to get sponsored in the state of Maryland, but that can change at any moment at any meeting. So anyway. So there was a couple big things that happened this week with Donald Trump. So let me just kind of go down the list and just kind of in general. I don't know that this is an exact timeline for this past week, which is the week ending of November 8th.
Right.
Donald Trump's tax appeal was denied in the state of New York in their state court of appeals.
Appeals court.
Court.
Next step is Supreme Court.
Next step is Supreme Court. So the question there. That's Donald Trump on the tax. He's denied the appeal that he doesn't have to produce his taxes.
Florida. He tried to change his zone to Florida, though.
Okay, so then the other thing that happened with Donald Trump this week, there's a bunch. I'm going to get to it. Donald Trump is now ordered to pay $2 million because he used the Trump Organization, which was supposed to be a nonprofit, in funds for his election campaign money. Then the next thing with Donald Trump is the UN ambassador to EU, Sondland, confirmed quid pro quo.
Yeah.
In the impeachment hearings that they're having behind closed doors and, information's getting leaked, but they still have the papers that they
you know what I find funny about this shit, not to get off topic though?
No, keep going.
Them motherfuckers keep saying there was no quid pro, right? I can't even say that shit, right? It's like a Latin word, ain't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Hear me out. when the FBI listen to like cartel members or drug dealers say shit, do they be like, yeah, I'm about to ship over 30 keys to your house right now. Meet me on Loran Avenue. Or do they say shit that you be like, okay, yeah, all right, yeah.
Speaking in code?
Right. So why when it come to this motherfucker, they want to play dumb?
Who are they?
The people that's defending Trump. There's no quid pro quo. He ain't say whatever. He ain't say deal for deal. But if you read the shit and you see how he talking, and you can just imagine how Donald Trump's saying it in those fucking words, it's like, come on, dog. I ain't mean to interrupt you. But that shit right there blowing me.
Okay.
It's like when it comes to certain people, like even the mafia, when they was fucking wiretapping their ass, they be like, this motherfucker talking about shit. Like, come on, yo. Even drug dealers. Why do you think people talking code?
Right.
So if someone's listening, they don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Exactly.
Fuck. It ain't rocket science.
That's the general idea of getting away with crime. So people who are not involved in crime,
so they making it sound like it's rocket science.
Well, crime makes you stupid. I'm definitely a huge proponent on that. All right. So sticking with Donald Trump, impeachment proceedings have now actually been approved by the House because they had the vote this week on, are we going to move forward with it? And they try to have a revote. Yeah. And they was like, Miss Pelosi, we're not doing the yays and nays. And Pelosi was like, all right, fine. We doing a vote. We taking this to, actually, we need statistics, not hear voices. Yeah. And overwhelmingly,
with 2 Democrats.
And I think 2 Republicans also jumped on. So it balanced out for however that works in terms of maybe their political career. I have no clue. Yeah. Regardless, overwhelmingly, they're moving with the impeachment proceedings. And, we're going to wrap it up on the Trump with just how many people around you are probably in trouble or already in detention. All right, so tax appeal denied in the state of New York. So once again, shout out to the district attorney in Manhattan who happens to be a Democrat, regardless of not. The law is the law.
Yeah, he's the law, though.
Yeah, if you the law, you the law. So Trump's appeal to have his IRS taxes.
What do you got to hide, though?
All right, so one of the biggest answers was from the previous ruling in the state of New York was that what they're requesting to be released is the tax records of Mr. Trump before he was President Trump. So a lot of these, people that you hear on whatever Fox News or whatever, maybe alternate skewed Trump supporter kind of information will be like they're going after him because he's our president. It's a coup. Yeah. People are saying throwing that word around like Donald Trump's throwing around like coup. Like no.
Yeah, so whack.
That's not how it works over here. So a judge over there wrote in the opinion was like, they're not going after your tax records as President Trump, but as Mr. Trump. You have to, and so the whole thing about this is they're kind of building the precedent that every president prior to Donald Trump, starting with Jimmy Carter, has always released their tax records just to make sure that there was no conflict of interest of the position that you're now holding as the greatest person in the world. Not the greatest, but like the highest kind of thing in the world. I mean, because you are the United States Navy and Army and Air Force and all that.
Yeah.
So for this guy who's, surprisingly, wealthy and he's able to get out of bankruptcies and avoid this and that, and some of his stuff still is going bankrupt.
They want to see what the laws you're trying to pass are going to benefit you or your kids or whatever shit like that, right?
Who?
Trump. That's what they're trying to see. Shit that he's trying to do.
So they're trying to continue with his movement. So that's why they're backing him and believing that this is not true. This is fake news, even though...
No. What I'm saying is that the reason why... I don't know why they want to look into his taxes. I forgot why New York is trying to do it. I think it's for something different. But the reason...
I think it has to do with what you're paying on your state taxes.
I think what people should want to know, and people in the middle of fucking America want to know, is if the laws he's trying to pass is going to benefit people like him and not people like you.
He already got 2 Supreme Court justices since he's been president.
Yeah, that is true, but the Supreme Court ain't going to hear this dumbass case.
I don't think they are either. So that was the next question. Will the Supreme Court hear this case?
They're going to take it. Look,
they're literally going to throw it back to the ruling of the appeals court.
Yeah, they got
it's over and done with.
They got people that's fucking been waiting on appeal for 30 fucking years on a murder beef. Right?
Or something crazy.
You think they're going to
like discrimination as a handicapped person,
right?
On an airline,
right? Yeah. So I don't think they're going to hear it. And the Supreme Court, even if they do hear it, which I seriously doubt,
I really doubt it.
That's something that's right there. That's not going to be partisan. They're going to be like, you know what? 9-0. Get the fuck out of my face.
Really, just because it is some bullshit.
It's dumb
shit.
And he always says Supreme Court because they have the edge 5-4, right? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, I do believe, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, right? I do believe that they do have common sense, and they'll be like, you know what, this ain't.
They have to.
You got it though,
because you still have at that level of education, being a Supreme Court justice,
like it's stupid.
You have peers that are going to look at you and be like, "Did you really do that?"
Right.
You know, especially if it's a.
It ain't like
mistake.
it's for like fucking abortion and shit like that, which they're trying to get to the Supreme Court, and people were going to speak their mind because that's going to affect millions of people.
Right.
This is just one guy, and at the end of the day, one man is bigger than the law. You can be like, you know what? Take this shit back to a appeals court.
It's not a movement; it's a person.
Right.
Great point.
And they already fucking made their ruling.
That's a great point.
They already made their ruling.
That's a great point.
And we're just gonna throw it back down. What the fuck you got to hide at the end of the day? What the fuck you got to hide?
Right. All right. So that's Donald Trump with the taxes. So now he has to pay $2 million for using Trump Organization, a nonprofit.
But that's not corruption. And you wonder when he always
to our listeners, you have to understand
that shit
the money $2 million of his own money that he used when he was saying, "I'm going to pay for my own campaign" and blah blah. Well, he did pay for his own campaign through his what's supposed to be his nonprofit, which is tax exempt. That's why you're a nonprofit. You're supposed to be helping out other people in your organization. Right. So whatever it is, like the book readers of the club month, I'm going to sponsorship for like fifth graders in every state for the next 5 years.
Have we ever had this much shit about a president?
I don't think so.
Never.
Not since I've been alive.
And I've always said this. I don't know if I said this here, but I've always said this. Republicans don't care. All they want to do is pass their agendas. That's all they want to do. They want to fucking kill gay marriage. They want abortions to be illegal, and they want to control the courts.
And they want more guns.
That's it. That's it. That's
more
all they want to do, dog. I'm trying to tell you, at the end of the day, they don't care. That's why they're going to suck his balls until he's out of office. I'm telling you, yeah.
I'm not denying it.
Yeah. If you hit, that's all they want to do. They just went through 8 years of Obama and a Democratic running America, right? And they did everything in their power not to get nothing passed as soon as they controlled the Senate. They had 8 years of being miserable, and they're trying to force everything they can while they can, because they know this motherfucker one term. If he might be 2 terms.
I'm pretty sure he's going to get that second term.
He might. I hope not.
But the impeachment proceedings.
But they're in mind. They're like, yeah, he can only be a 1-term president. So they trying to smack everything. Why do you think they try to rush through the ACA real quick? Right. You know what I'm saying? Try to repeal that.
So just let me retract real quick for the tax appeal. I'm sorry. Was it we'll get to it. Oh no. So that's just Trump org. So that again, kind of corruption points to it. I mean, it's just in general.
They don't say shit about
it. I mean, you should be smarter than that if you're at that level.
They don't care, dog.
To not use what are designated funds as like tax exempt for this to
I really believe that they know.
That's like business 101, separation of,
I really
money.
Believe that they believe that their base is so stupid that they could do anything.
Well, Donald Trump said it when he was back in the day.
And I believe him.
If I was going to run, I would vote Republican because they're the easiest to influence and not the smartest voters.
Years ago,
and he ran Republican and won.
I really believe that
he proved his own thesis.
He could really shoot somebody, like he said. He could really do it because the shit that's going on right now.
But you also hear senators and congressmen who are Republicans who are like, I don't care what he did. I don't want to know about it, and I'm not
right. Exactly.
Don't you want to hear facts?
Exactly. And this is what I find is fucked up. And this is how what's changed between the 70s and the 2000s, right? America is so divided right now between Republican and Democratic. And yes, before Richard Nixon resigned, not all Republicans were on board of impeaching. But when shit just kept coming out, they were like, we got to, right? We got to. But right now, they're so scared of not to get reelected because let's face the facts.
They're career politicians.
That and most Republicans live in redneck states. And so there's a lot of redneck people living in your section. So you got to be like, oh, do I believe that? Not really, but fuck it. Right? I hope they believe that. Not some of them, like the ones from like Alabama and Mississippi, they really think that shit.
Right.
Like, I don't give a fuck what you can't tell me nothing. They really think that shit.
Right.
In Arkansas, except for OG Bill. But see, now Democrats not even in the area no more is going to be in the Senate. Like, what's his name? Al Gore was a senator from fucking Tennessee. Yep. Imagine that right now, a Democratic senator from Tennessee.
Well, Kentucky just went blue.
The governor.
But
they clean house in the rest of the state houses. So did it really go blue? On a general election, that state is red when it comes to fucking President Trump.
Because of passing bills.
Or whoever.
Still got the governor, though. All right, so...
Yeah, but the governor could try to make laws. Why do you think Larry Hogan is so good? I don't want to say he's good, but he's more of a moderate Republican. Yes. Because he knows the Democrats run.
Because he knows where he lives, and it's like, it actually makes sense. Decriminalization of marijuana.
Yeah, but
makes sense.
But he can't be trying to change Maryland into a fucking Mississippi.
No, that's never good. No,
because he would never get elected.
But even all right. So
you see Democrats for Hogan stickers in Maryland. Right. You're like, yeah.
All right, which is fine because he's doing. As long as you're doing your job, I don't have a problem with that. That's how I feel about Larry Hogan. You're doing your job,
right?
But I think that in terms of like the Republican stage, I'm guessing this, Mr. Hogan.
But I shouldn't say all Republicans. I think right now there's two Republicans. There's Republicans that we knew growing up. Mm-hmm. Right? And now there's these Trump Republicans.
Yeah.
Who a lot of senators and Congress people are turning into Trump Republicans. And the ones who speak out against Trump, who are like the Republicans we knew growing up, like not personally knew, but like, hey, that's a Republican. Like, they're like, oh, now they're never Trumpers, right? That's why I think there's two different Republicans. Like, look at John Kasich.
But you're
John Kasich is the perfect example I use. If he would have became president,
governor of Ohio.
Yeah, but if he became president, I'd have been like, all right,
he's kind of cool.
He's cool, but I'm not gonna be like, fuck him. Like if you ask me, I always say fuck Trump. Like George Bush, the second Bush. I ain't like certain shit he did, but I was like,
keeps you sleeping good at night.
Hey, you'd rather have George Bush than fucking Donald Trump as president, right?
Yes.
And I was too young for the first Bush.
No, I don't know.
Let's debate this.
We gotta stick to show topics. We can. This is definitely something for them. Something keep coming up later. All right, so So $2 million payment, Donald Trump org. Pretty much that's called. I mean, it could have been embezzlement, but at this point, we'll just call it fraud. It's what the rest of the cronies got called with. So the U.S. ambassador to the European Union, Solomon, confirmed quid pro quo. For the entire time, all summer, there is no.
But look,
but you know what?
The only thing is because he ain't say it.
Here's the question: who's the whistleblower? It doesn't matter.
But that's
your EU ambassador just said quid pro quo.
But that's what I was saying. Trump ain't saying those words, so they playing stupid. That's like listening to a drug deal.
You're talking about the senators,
right? And your lawyer's defense is there was never no. I got 30 keys on that conversation,
right?
And all you got to do is explain it to a 12-man jury what this said.
That's why you have RICO Acts.
No, but that's why you have witnesses and during a trial, they're going to explain to you what this means, what that means, and they even said it in their testimony when the CNN be playing the shit. They were like, yeah, we knew it meant that. Certain words is code words for Biden, for fucking whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so sticking with the U.S. ambassador and like the questioning that they're doing.
Bolton is the whistleblower.
So.
Did you hear the breaking news on CNN?
No. We'll get to it. Well, all right. But so Republicans are saying that there's a lot of these closed session hearings that are going on, and we should be.
But there's Republicans in that hearing.
No, my question is this: you mentioned something about John Boehner
a couple weeks ago.
Starting it, or he was the one who introduced this process. There was something that you mentioned where. Like the whole private whatever, we got to have conversations. It was something that Boehner introduced.
They did that shit during the Clinton impeachment.
Right. The similar kind of thing.
And Ken Starr did it for 4 fucking years before they even got to the impeachment hearings. They don't bring that up. Why? I don't know. That's why I should be.
But Boehner, I thought you said Boehner.
Was he the Speaker of the House? I can't remember.
He was the Speaker of the House. I'm pretty sure you said that he introduced the proceedings for having special counsel kind of things, or essentially the pre-grand jury. Right. He's the one that introduced that and backed it in Congress.
Okay,
I think that's what you told me. It was something close to that. But regardless,
yeah, we play the tape. It's like
Donald Trump don't want to hear that.
Don't play that tape. What I'm saying is, but they forget that they did it for 4 fucking years, and what was supposed to be fucking Whitewater turned into him fucking some bitch. And after that, they got rid of the special counsel. and it turned into the whatever the fuck what Mueller was. I can't remember. Remember? They no longer do that. After the Bill Clinton shit, they no longer do whatever the special counsel was Mueller, right? I forgot what it was called. Okay. But it was called something different. Where he can start looking at all types of shit.
Right.
Like
it's kind of like once you found one key,
right,
you can take it in any different direction. You don't have to tell anybody where you're going.
Them politicians was right on both sides. They was like, dog, I think we went too far. You know, they was probably talking in the back room like, cause you know, one day we might be in power.
Right.
Now they didn't envision Trump. They was like, we might have a fucked up motherfucker too.
Well, one of us might try to be president one day.
Right, and we don't want that shit to happen. But anyway, but they was like, them motherfuckers went like 2-3 weeks of like grand jury shit, right? Technically, that's what it was.
Right.
When you're on a grand jury investigation,
everything's quiet.
Right.
Let's be honest.
So you can't.
So that's why I go to the point with
they went 4 years, dog. 4 years.
All right, so that's what Ken Starr against Bill Clinton.
4 fucking years.
But so what you just said about the whole idea of the grand jury. A grand jury, for those of you who don't understand, first-time listeners or just regular listeners, whatever, I'm about to let you know, a grand jury is a quiet thing, a formality that happens where you get a jury and you have the prosecution pretty much present the case to a jury to see if there's enough evidence to go to trial.
Exactly.
And that's what's happening right now. So for
and
those
if
of you...
anybody ever calls
so
a felony charge, all your shit goes in front of a fucking grand jury.
Right. So all of these Republicans or all of these Trump supporters who are like, what's this close... These are members of Congress and, you know, and that have law degrees who are just trying to disrupt shit and really just throw things completely off the rails and create
I hate
smoke.
how they play stupid.
But you don't explain what a grand jury is supposed to be. But you have a law degree. But the entire time, you're literally causing...
They brought up Benghazi for fucking months at a time, had fucking hearings out there, ass about this shit. And you know what they did? They did it during a fucking presidential election, didn't they? Wasn't that 2012? When Obama was about to get for re-election for Romney? Or was it after the election? I can't remember. But they did that shit for months and months and months. And OG Hillary was on the stand for like 12 fucking hours. Let me see Trump take the fucking stand. You know what I'm saying? They didn't fucking be like, nah, we don't want to talk. We're not gonna fucking answer these subpoenas. They fucking hypocrites on the other side. You know what I'm saying? The only time that they didn't do it, what was the old attorney general name? Eric Holder. One time he got subpoenaed.
Guns and funds and runs and drugs.
Like, man, I ain't going that jump, right? So I can't be hypocrite myself, but shit, that's one. They got like 88 motherfuckers that don't show up. You know
all right, so
you know what they should do? Real ass, Democrat or Republican. If you don't want to come to my court, they should do what they do to other people.
Get locked up.
Get locked up.
Get to see a judge.
Post your bond.
Yep.
I don't care how bad it looks. To me, I don't care. Because
the law is the law.
The law is the law. And if me or you get subpoenaed and we don't show up, what's going to happen?
Well, but it's unfair.
We live in Montgomery County.
It's unfair.
No, we live in Montgomery County.
It's unfair because I am who I am. It's unfair.
You know who's going to come serve our warrant? Fucking sheriff's going to come knocking on our door and be like, boom, okay, to arrest you. All right? Y'all motherfuckers going to D.C. jump, right? So that means the U.S. Marshal gonna be knocking on your motherfucking door. Knock, knock, knock.
Okay. That's how it should go.
That's how it should go.
And so for Republicans and all of these Trump supporters would be like, it's going on behind closed doors. Like, it's a grand jury is essentially what's going on. It just happens to be on Front Street.
And you know what?
That's the only difference.
It's on Front Street.
Because
if
the
you
White
listen
House,
to fucking Fox News, they won't tell you that they did it for 4 years for the Clinton administration.
Right.
4 years,
but they got their guy.
They cried for 3 fucking weeks, Alex. 3 fucking weeks.
Well, so
imagine
Bill Clinton got impeached in the House, and then they didn't vote on it in the Senate.
Wasn't going to impeach him because at the end of the day, they was like, "You fucked up, this. You lied. Any man would do that. Any man would do that."
Those good old days. Remember before all the? I'm just kidding.
No, but any man would do that.
Right.
Come on. I mean, even if he got nut on the dress, the bitch say the shit. Okay. Right. But any man will fucking lie and try to obstruct the shit. You the president of the United States. Man, right. You sleep with your wife at the White House. You ain't gonna lie. Motherfucker, we live here, we'll lie. Until somebody has us 100% evidence. I don't care if it's 97% evidence. Lie. Until it's 100%.
Well, career politicians are good at that, right? All right, so let's move on. So the House approved impeachment proceedings with an overwhelming vote. I think that's just kind of statistics.
He's not going to get removed, but they still should do it.
Well, yeah, exactly.
He should get removed.
So
he should get removed.
Here is
in this day and age, no.
We're about to play. Once again, this is that show, Open Shots. Hit us up at openshotsdmv@gmail.com. I'm your host, Alex, along here with
Rick.
And I'm about to get into something. We're about to start something completely random. It's new. It's called the Trump game. Name how many Trump advisors or people associated with Donald Trump's staff since he's been elected president have been locked up. Bonus points.
He said elect him. He only hires the best.
All right.
What he said.
Bonus points if you can get how many years they've been locked up for.
I don't know that.
And even more bonus points if you can guess what their charges are. They're pretty much all the same charges across the board.
Okay.
So I have on the board 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and potentially 7.
Yeah.
So go ahead and take your time, America, and guess how many people. Anybody that worked for Donald Trump since he's been in the White House, what they got locked up for, how many years, and name them. You could just name them, and you'll get points. That's 1 point each. For how many years they're getting, you get 3 points, and for what they got locked up for, 2 years. 2 points.
Hey, stupid shit.
All right, so we're gonna give you the answers. So let's start with Paul Manafort. Paul Manafort was what was he, the campaign manager for Donald Trump. So if you got it right, you got it right, 10 years. And the only reason he got 10 years is because he talked himself down and cooperated with FBI. And he's
doing Fed time, so you can't get pardoned.
He's doing Fed time, 10 years.
You only get pardoned for state time.
And so he got convicted.
Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You have to serve some kind of amount of percentage.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no good time in the Feds. It's like the percentage.
But to get pardoned, you have to do federal time or state time? I can't remember.
Federal pardon's president. State time is your governor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe they charged him in New York for state crimes. So he couldn't get pardoned by the president.
No, because he got prosecuted by the FBI.
Oh shit!
His charges were obstruction of justice, lying to the FBI.
So why the fuck Trump ain't get him out yet?
I don't know. Hey, Mr. Trump, why didn't you get your buddy out? Who's a good guy? He's only got 10 years.
I was arguing with Los right the other day, Carlito, and he was like, because I was like, yeah, if you voted for Donald Trump, you're a racist, dog. And he was like, everybody that voted for Donald Trump can't be a racist. I'm like,
it's true.
But this is why I disagree.
It's true.
That's why. Do you agree with his racist policies then?
But you could be all about your money and be like, yeah, that guy thinks like me, and be whoever, and just like that he somehow.
So you're gonna vote for somebody just because he?
I'm not saying
money-wise. I'm just asking.
I think that your statistics of being 100% positive that anybody who voted for Donald Trump is racist has to be false.
Didn't you agree with his racist tendencies?
No,
you voted for him.
But that's not his policy. His policy isn't racism. You can't win this argument because I'm not a Donald Trump
I'm just
supporter.
saying, all right, maybe you're not racist, but you agree with his racist thoughts when he says racist shit. Wouldn't that turn you off? You're like, damn, I gotta vote for him. I mean, he's kind of racist, but I'm just gonna vote for him because it makes my pockets feel better.
Yeah.
So then.
That's the oldest religion that I know of is capitalism. So
we just have to agree, disagree.
So Manafort, 10 years.
He opened up that racism in your head, and you're gonna vote for him.
That's right, because I'm gonna vote for Donald Trump. So
no,
Manafort,
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about in general.
In general, but I don't know how many of our. But hey, maybe they listen to us to be like, hey, what's the other side thinking? You never know. So Manafort, 10 years, fraud and obstruction of justice. Michael Cohen,
Can't count him because he's a bad witness. He lies.
He's a bad witness, but how many years did he get?
Yeah, but he's a fucking dumb snitch.
How many years did he get?
He got 3, didn't he?
He got 3. So excessive campaign contributions, specifically paying off Stormy Daniels and Karen McDougal.
He should at least fucked her first.
How do you know that he didn't?
Well, he should have fucked her, then fucked her.
Hey, that's Michael Cohen, which is what? Donald Trump's personal attorney?
Man,
His last attorney? His last
Oh,
attorney is in the feds also. Then we also have Flynn. How many years?
I don't know. How much time he get?
I think he got 5.
He
5 to
did?
7.
He did? He been locked? He's away already?
Yeah, they've all been sentenced.
He was the key
So
to
far.
the fucking Mueller report. Fuck. Yeah. Anyway, that's the only. Damn, Flynn got 5?
I'm guessing 5.
He deserves
I could be
it.
wrong. We're all placing the guessing game right at this point
He's
because
a fucking traitor.
the more points you get.
5.
So Flynn lying to the FBI. We also have Gates. How many years?
He the one who snitched to get Manafort. He told him everything, didn't he?
I don't know. You tell me. But he ultimately pleaded down also, and he got caught with tax fraud and creating shell companies.
He did 14 days.
And the tax fraud also has to come with has to do a lot with Ukraine.
He was just a stupid motherfucker.
Okay. Papadopoulos. He just happened to be in the room and he lied to the feds.
Yeah.
And
he got
I think
14 days.
Yeah. So lying to the FBI. Oh, and then we have the two kind of play-ins, which are. These are two of this. Well, I mean, it's the same kind of case, but it's still a play-in.
Right.
Actually, you know what? That's a team. It's a play-in. Giuliani's clients locked up at Dulles Airport, and we'll see how many years they get. And wait a minute, Giuliani is Trump's current personal attorney.
They and Alexander
and Michael Cohen is his former personal attorney.
So they say.
So let's see where Giuliani takes us. Anyway, that was our wrap of Donald Trump.
That's a sad story what happened to Giuliani. Because everybody was so behind him after 9/11. They was like, maybe he deserves another term, but he was all out of terms.
Have you seen how they portrayed him on SNL?
It's just so sad.
They portray him like it's hilarious.
Like he's the penguin.
Like he's a fucking rat, like a vampire rat.
It's just so his downfall to stay relevant is so sad. It's so sad. Even I ain't never liked the motherfucker anyway because he started stop and frisk. But he is the one that brought the mafia down.
He did bring down the Ricos. Yes.
You know, he read it in a book, right?
Yeah.
That was written by somebody who wasn't a mafia.
I do know this.
So the mafia, you got yourself to blame for why y'all not ran.
Well,
a motherfucker was a retired mafia motherfucker.
There have been Tekashis since the end of time.
Yeah, but
beginning of
time.
And there were always
this whole time.
Tekashis.
It's just a sad fall from grace if you like that type motherfucker. But he just sucks Trump dick. If you suck another man's dick, I have no respect.
Just in general, after looking all of the everything that just went over for our president, it's just like it just. And I'm not even looking at it as like our president. I'm literally looking at it as like the name Trump is just. For all of that, if I were to read that out about your life currently, everything that's going on in your life right now at your position of whatever, or you were to read that about me in my life at my position of whatever, like I had that many people around me get locked up. People are trying to get me locked up for shit that I said didn't happen. People have confirmed that what I said didn't happen actually happened. Now I have to pay $2 million for fucking using, non-profit funds. And I can't, and the thing I've been trying to do the most is keep people to know how much money I'm making.
Look, at the end of the day, we can talk back and forth. Why?
I'm just looking at it in general, and Donald Trump just on paper right now looks like a scumbag.
Aren't gonna care.
Well, Donald Trump is like a scumbag.
And that's what's sad about America. They're not gonna care.
Right on.
The way America is now, they're not gonna care.
Right on. Rick, what are you sipping on?
Hannity.
I'm over here with these beers, still trying to get sponsored on this show. You know what it is. Open Shots. Hit us up at openshotsdmv@gmail.com. What'd you bring? Yes, I do not, sir. So we're gonna move over to the NFL. Who's hot? Who's not? We start off with the Redskins. You know,
they hot right now.
Yeah,
you're about to get the third or second round pick of next year's draft.
That's how they hot. I think they're hot because they're not coming off the bench. So everybody's warm and they got to buy this week.
Now their ticket prices going down. That's hot.
That's hot.
Shit.
That's the Redskins.
Game.
Right on.
Man, they suck though. We don't got to talk about them.
All right.
We can talk about the Skins if you want to.
I mean,
how we gonna beat the Jets next week?
Yeah, but you got to buy this week, so. Once again, there's no really need to talk about.
We got a bad week. That means Monday I ain't gonna be fucking miserable. You know, when we beat the Dolphins, I wasn't even happy because we should have lost that fucking game. You know, when
last play of the goal line,
yeah, I was like, I'm about to.
They just ran a terrible play, and that's why they're the Dolphins.
Hear me out, I was like, we about to lose to the fucking Dolphins. That's what I said, and then I was like, they going for 2.
Yeah,
that's so disrespectful. I don't know if you watched the Redskins game. Motherfuckers be going. No, I don't know if you watch their games. Motherfuckers be going for it on us like it ain't shit. And it be like 4th and 3, 4th and 5. On their side of the line, they be like, fuck it, go for it. That's how much disrespectful our defense is. We're just some shit this year, you know. Ain't nothing I can say. We trash. But they gotta let the man play. Let Haskins play. Stop fucking running the ball 89 times a game. Let him wing that bitch out 50 times a game. You understand what I'm saying? Look. I want to lose if I'm going to lose. I don't want to lose 9-0, 24-9. Let me lose 27-15, 27-16. The motherfucker got 289 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. So I can be like, whoo, we doing something. He throw a lot of interceptions, but fuck it. He moved the ball downfield. I don't want to have a game with 144 yards passing. 16 for 19. Nothing went past 4 fucking feet. But Adrian Peterson got 99 carries for 99 yards. I don't want to watch that shit. I don't want to watch
That's your team. That's your team. So, Rick, currently, I do believe you are...
Man, you be cheating, dog.
I don't cheat.
You cheat.
We're articles of history, so you can go back and listen to them yourself as well.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
I'm not cheating. Currently, you're 45 of 84, and I'm 54 of 84 on our picks since we've been doing it. Since we've been doing it. And here's the one thing for our listeners: we always miss the Thursday game before the day that we record. So yeah, we just do it.
Not counting that one.
I don't know what it is yet. It's not on my schedule, but if you pull it up, we could call that pick as well. So
so the whole time we be doing another Thursday game.
We've been doing the one Thursday game next week, but not the one. 2 weeks.
All right, it's all good. No. We're going to go the whole season.
You're down by 9 to me. So,
so just
that wouldn't have made a difference anyway.
I picked all the Thursday night games right, so we back in it.
No.
What you mean? You ain't got no proof.
All right, so hot teams. Still the 49ers.
I don't believe in them.
You don't believe in them at 8-0?
So what?
At 8-0.
I mean, yeah, they playing good.
They got they're hosting Seattle Monday night.
That's gonna be a true test to see how good they are.
I think they already beat the
They Seahawks. Did they? I know they beat the Rams. They playing in Seattle or in San Fran?
They're at San Francisco. So
they beat Seattle in Seattle this year already?
I think they did.
Okay.
Yep. So they are actually kind of for again. So here's some hot teams, and this is in no particular order.
You believe in San Fran? I don't believe in them. What I say this a couple weeks ago, every year there's a team like that.
I don't believe that they're making to the Final Four.
They're making a playoff. If they don't make the playoffs,
I didn't say that. I'm saying
then the coach needs to get fired.
I'm saying Final Four.
If you start the season 8-0 and you don't make the playoffs, the coach needs to get fired the next fucking day.
Okay, so here are the hot teams and no particular alphabetical order or records. The Baltimore Ravens are 6-2. New Orleans Saints 7-1. New England Patriots 8-1. Chiefs are at 6-3. 49ers 8-0. Seahawks 7-2. Cowboys 5-3.
Why are the Cowboys there?
Because they're on top of their division.
So they're playing a weak division.
There's a couple of teams that play in a weak division actually over there. The AFC East. So far, I'm sorry. Houston 6-3. Packers are 7-2, and Bills are 6-2. Those are our hot teams. Pretty much so far.
I put the Vikings above the Cowboys. The fucking Vikings are 6-3. How the Cowboys better than the Vikings and they fucking got a worse record?
You're right. Vikings are. See, I don't even have the Vikings in front of me, but Vikings are 6-3
because you got your hater shades on. That's all it is.
Hater shades.
Yeah, you got the fucking Cowboy. Yeah, we leading the NFC East. He must be a good team.
No, they're gonna playoffs. They're gonna playoffs.
You should. If y'all made the playoffs, you should fire Jason Garrett.
This year, yes.
If y'all win the Super, if y'all don't win the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. I mean, the NFC is tough, man.
This year, yeah.
Yeah, this year
Saints
is tough,
are nice.
man.
I got the Saints.
Fucking 49ers, Seahawks.
Yeah. You know what the 49ers do
Packers.
good? 49ers, what they do good is run the fucking ball good. Kyle Shanahan, wherever fuck he
Seahawks do a lot of good things too.
I like
the
Packers.
You can't forget about the Packers, man. And then the Vikings, but I don't believe in the Vikings.
Nah, they're a wild card team.
Yeah,
they're not making no noise. If that.
So I mean,
hey, you know who we did left out? The Rams.
Okay.
But they ain't been playing as good. You know who's currently...
That's why they didn't make the hot board.
Yeah, because you got AFC, NFC, you got mixed up. But as far as the NFC, the Rams are on the outside looking in. I think your wild card teams is Minnesota and Seahawks. Who's your wild card team?
I think the Seahawks...
Because you remember San Francisco 8-0, so they're
well, the Seahawks' only 2 losses been to the Ravens and to the Niners, I believe.
Yeah, but they're a wild card team.
No, because if the Seahawks win, I think the Seahawks are going to win.
San Francisco's 8-0, so even if they lose, they'll be 8-1, and Seahawks will be 9-2. San Francisco still have a better record.
Oh, over on the NFC, they still have a better seed.
They'll still be their division winner.
So the AFC East. They got the Bills and the Pats.
I don't believe it.
But the rest of the division. So the Pats are 8-1. The rest of the division has 8 wins, and the Bills have 6 of those 8 wins. So that's the Jets and the Dolphins. So that division is pretty much.
But that's been like the last 20 years.
Yeah, kind of. Well, Dan Marino. Has that been 20 years?
Dan Marino been long fucking 20 dollars. It's 1999. Yeah, he out of there. Yeah. Ever since Tom Brady been quarterback, the NFC East been weak.
Okay, AFC North. Who's on top right now? The Ravens.
Baltimore.
The rest of the division has 6 wins.
You might
Steelers,
be right.
Browns, Bengals.
4-4. Bengals under.
Bengals they haven't won shit. They're the worst. Bottom of the barrel.
Damn, dog.
They're competing with the Jets and the Dolphins for like what can we get? The Redskins are there too.
Yeah, we gotta win.
The Redskins are there too.
We got a W. We ain't at 0 nothing.
That's next week against the Jets.
We're gonna win against the Jets.
So early, I mean, they keep doing this like propaganda shit with the NFL always does. I mean, sports fucking marketing. This is like what factual economists will always say is that like, the sports is like stupid for the masses. Like you pay attention to this shit to like forget about your bills and shit like that. But the propaganda that the NFL always builds is like it literally changes from week to week because 2 weeks ago it was undefeated Seahawks and Russell Wilson MVP.
Yeah.
And then Lamar Jackson wins in Seattle. When they're talking about the MVP, and the Baltimore Ravens beat them at their house, and then they beat the Ravens, won at Baltimore, which is it's tough to play an AFC North team, probably except for the Bengals.
At home.
Okay, so and so that wasn't really like something that was extremely tough because I feel like home court advantage, nothing away from Lamar Jackson, but then all of a sudden they're like Lamar Jackson MVP. It's like this whole conversation about flipping back and forth between MVPs, like, just let the season be, and then let's look at stats. Because it's almost like they're trying to find like the next Jesus week to week, and it's like that's
the next great quarterback is Patrick Mahomes.
Pat Mahomes, hands down, the finest.
Yeah,
not Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson will be second, but Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes is going to be Aaron Rodgers on steroids, right? Deshaun Watson is what you want your mobile quarterback to be.
Okay.
When you think of, this is me personally.
Yeah.
I think of Deshaun Watson. Let me tell you why. He could fucking pass for 4,000 yards, which any quarterback in this day in the passing league should be able to do.
Right.
But he could also run the fucking ball. Right. The only thing that's holding him back is his offensive line because Deshaun Watson been balling with just DeAndre Hopkins. All right. I love Deshaun Watson. I fucking wish the RG3 would have been the first Deshaun Watson. You understand what I'm saying? That's how good I think he could be. I think his offensive line is holding him back because he takes too many sacks because he fucking gets sacked the most at any quarterback. But there's 2 quarterbacks that's for the future of the NFL, I believe.
Okay.
One's Deshaun Watson. You got to stay healthy because I don't want him to turn into Cam Newton. And the other one's Pat Mahomes. He's the truth.
Those are the prototypes for the future of the NFL.
Yes. They the truth. The truth.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Well, you know more about this sport than I do. I kind of just watch and make picks. And
Deshaun Watson is nice. He could run the ball. He could break the pocket, but Mahomes could sling it. Right? Okay. So it's like, what quarterback do you like? Like me, I like a gunslinger, right? And if you like a mobile quarterback, I take Deshaun Watson any day over any mobile quarterback.
Okay, that's the future. That's the future. Who's this year's quarterback in terms of
Pat Mahomes?
Still Pat Mahomes.
When he's healthy, he's the best quarterback in the NFL.
So
he's been hurt this year.
First time in 2 years?
Yeah. Well, last year he was healthy, but to me, when healthy, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. Because who could do what he do? He got a better arm than Aaron Rodgers. He could scramble better than Aaron Rodgers. Everything that people said that Aaron Rodgers was better than Tom Brady for, he does it better than Aaron Rodgers. So how ain't he better than Aaron Rodgers?
So you think
until he win that ring?
All right. So But
you know that
so,
song, Anything You Can Do, I Can Do Better?
Yeah.
That's what Patrick Mahomes says. When people say Aaron Rodgers, until he wins that ring.
Right.
But as far as regular season, anything you can do, I can do better.
Okay, so my question was for being hot in terms of quarterbacks. Who do you think is going to lead their team with the cards on the table right now, as they are, healthy or not healthy, to at least the Final Four? Give me one of those, because
it's going to be Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes.
I'm going with for the AFC.
For the AFC, it's going to be Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers for the NFC.
I'm going with Lamar Jackson. I'm taking Lamar Jackson from the AFC, who can make it to the Final Four. See, I didn't want you to pick all four, but you have to pick all four. So yeah, I'm taking Lamar Jackson and Tom Brady, and then out of the NFC, then I'm actually going to go with Russell Wilson and Drew Brees.
I just think until he proves me otherwise, I just think that the NFL is too smart. We're not gonna, when it comes to playoff time, they're not gonna allow the Ravens to rush for 250 yards like they're doing now. They're gonna stack the box and they're gonna force them to pass until he proves me wrong.
Well, the question was in the Ravens loss to the Chargers last year, was all the D-backs, and it was like, you're not throwing anywhere. We know you're going to run, collapse.
Right.
And the Ravens didn't have an answer for that. I feel like, they beat the Pats this past week. Not saying too much.
Don't get me wrong. Lamar Jackson, he's been balling this year. His completion percentage, not where you wanted to be. That's why I will put him beneath fucking Deshaun Watson. Because Deshaun Watson fucking throws for 300 yards.
I wasn't looking at statistics. I was literally saying, like, who do you think can take their teams to the promised land, to the Final Four?
So that means to get there, he's either going to have to beat Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, we've already had this conversation, and he already beat Tom Brady. So
that's a regular season game. That means nothing.
Hey, they already beat Tom Brady
in Baltimore.
Handedly.
In Baltimore, handedly. They won by 2 touchdowns. It's a 2-possession game. That's like losing 2-0 in soccer. Is that handedly winning?
2-0. Yes, it is.
No, it's not. They lost 31-20. So if you lose in soccer,
don't give the Ravens their pleasure on victory.
That's not a blowout in football.
In football, to me, a blowout is a touchdown.
No, that's losing 1-0.
Okay, so now you lost 2-0 in soccer. A shutout, 2-0 is a shutout.
Okay, that's like you lost 4-2. Is that a blowout?
It depends on how the goals were scored.
No, it doesn't depend. You go by the scoreboard.
What about if you scored 4 in a row?
As a matter of fact, you lost by 11. So that means they lost 3.5 to 2. Is that a blowout? Okay. They kicked the field goal. No, I'm kind of arguing your statement.
Right, I believe that the Ravens won handedly on Sunday night.
What do you consider a blowout?
Oh, a blowout.
21 plus. Okay, they didn't lose by 21.
They lost by 14.
They lost 31-20.
If there was more time on the clock, they would have lost by 18.
They lost 31-20.
You're back in the Pats now.
They lost. No, I'm back in the.
Your question was beat Tom Brady.
Was it a blowout?
They beat Tom Brady.
Was it a blowout?
They beat Tom Brady. No, it wasn't a blowout. But you asked.
That's what you said.
They beat Tom.
Okay.
I said handedly.
That's not handedly.
That is handedly. No, you won by 10 plus points.
If you win by 7, you won handedly.
No, not if you. No, 10 plus is a cushion. So they do whatever the fuck you want.
That's only a 2-possession game. That's a fucking touchdown touchdown 2-point conversion in a field goal.
All right, Rick. So
2 possession is not a blowout.
The Ravens. So then let me just retract everything. The Ravens won at home, beat the Pats. You asked if Lamar Jackson could beat Tom Brady
in Foxborough in January.
We're about to see because the Ravens have one more game against the Steelers
and the fucking Patriots,
and then they got the Browns and the Bengals. Yeah, it's true. Plus they're non-conference. I don't know. Oh God, they got to play what? They still got to play the
Cowboys. They got to play the Eagles
and the Giants. So yeah,
So the Patriots are losing to the Cowboys?
I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. Are the Cowboys going to beat the Patriots?
Where they're playing in Cowboy Stadium?
I don't care where they're playing. Are the Cowboys beating the Patriots?
Yes, they are.
We are going to bet money on this.
We don't do that on the show. No, we don't do that. I'll bet you a cheeseburger.
I'll bet you a cheeseburger. We're going to bet a fucking triple cheeseburger on this
triple cheeseburger. All right, but we're getting away from the point. What I'm saying is, I would not be surprised if the Ravens had
a home
field advantage.
They're trash.
Okay, Because there's some trash.
They're trash.
All right, so any other news from the NFL, NFC East, NFC North, NFC South? Anybody making news this week? Anything to look out for? We're about to go through the games. Once again, listeners, this is a show. Open Shots. Hit us up at OpenShotsDMV@gmail.com. Your host, Alex Witt.
Fuck the Ravens. We don't talk about them motherfuckers on this jam.
I'm your host, Alex Witt.
We're a Redskin Network.
I'm your host, Alex Witt.
We're a Redskin Network.
Your name is?
I work for Washington Redskins.
What are you sipping on?
Heineken. We don't talk about the other side.
All right, Rick. So, what we're going to get into now, and so far we've gone through Donald Trump. Right now we're on NFL. We're about to do our picks. We're going to move on to the NBA so far, talk a little college basketball, and then go into the elections that took place this past week in Kentucky and Virginia. So, Kentucky. There you go. Wildcats. All right, so coming up this week, Rick, let's go ahead and make these picks.
Let's get it.
All right, so week 10, Detroit at Chicago.
I'm going to take Chicago.
All right, so, okay. Baltimore at Cincinnati.
I'm taking Baltimore.
Buffalo at Cleveland.
I'm going to take Cleveland in this one.
You going to take Cleveland? I'm going to go ahead and take Buffalo. Kansas City at Tennessee.
KC. Mahomes playing this week.
Atlanta at New Orleans.
New Orleans.
New York Giants at New York Jets.
Do we have to pick this one?
I'm taking the Giants.
You need the Giants.
Arizona Cardinals at
Can I say win tie?
Come on, man. You can't go to a sports book and be like, win tie. Like, no.
I picked the team from New York.
No. I picked the team from New York. Arizona at Tampa Bay.
I'm going to take the Buccaneers at home.
Yeah, so am I. Miami at Indianapolis.
Colts.
Yeah. Carolina, Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Los Angeles Rams at Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm taking the Rams.
I'm going to take the Steelers.
Oh, bro. Taking the Rams. I got to make a comeback.
Minnesota at Dallas.
Vikings. You already know Kirk Cousins going to come back to Dallas and be like, remember when I was with the Redskins? Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Monday night's game, Seattle at San Francisco.
Taking the Seahawks.
So am I. Go Hawks. All right. Looking forward to next week. Because that's how we do it here. We do 2 weeks. This is a bi-weekly podcast. Yeah. Just because, people's lives get busy, and when we have fun, we try and do it. Yeah. So the first game is a Thursday night game. Pittsburgh at Cleveland.
Pittsburgh.
Cleveland's got to win one, I would imagine.
I picked Cleveland last week. They ain't going to win back-to-back.
Pittsburgh.
I got Cleveland.
You got Cleveland?
I got Cleveland. Shout out to the Nationals for winning the World Series.
I'm going to go with Pittsburgh.
We forgot to shout y'all out.
Yeah, for
shout out to the Nationals.
World Series.
Even though we said we don't talk about baseball, but shit, we won that, John.
Yeah, may never see it again. Dallas at Detroit.
Take Dallas.
I'm also doing the same. Jacksonville, Indianapolis.
And you in the Jags.
I'm also taking the Jags. Buffalo at Miami.
I'm taking Bills.
Yeah. I will do the same. Denver at Minnesota.
You in Minnesota.
I'm going to go ahead with the upset with this one in Denver. I'm going to go ahead and take Denver on that one. They're due. New Orleans at Tampa Bay.
Give me the Saints.
Yeah, I'm also on that boat. New York Jets at the Washington Redskins.
Yes, I'm going to be at that motherfucker.
Yeah. I also have to go to Skins.
Yeah. Don't fake. You're going to be there too.
I'm going to try and make it. Atlanta at Carolina.
I'm going to take the Falcons on this one. Matt Ryan back.
I'm gonna do your opposite and go ahead and take Carolina. Houston at Baltimore.
Taking the fucking Texans all day in the paint.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the
battle of the
Houston at Baltimore. Baltimore has better defense.
Baltimore
on the front line.
Defense.
On the front line.
No, the defense is like average. It ain't the old Ravens. They rushing game is good. They can run the ball good. That's it.
So Houston at Baltimore. You're talking about Deshaun Watson?
I said the Texans. Texans got that.
Texans.
He gonna show who the fucking real motherfucking future quarterback is. He gonna pass from 400 yards and rush for 100 and do the fucking doodle dance on the fucking Raven Bird Stadium. What the fuck they call that bullshit?
M&T Bank.
Well, nah. The Broke Bank Stadium.
All right. Arizona at San Francisco.
San Fran.
Yes, also on that boat. Cincinnati at Oakland.
Raiders. We really got to pick that game. Raiders. Cincy might go on 16.
I will also take the Raiders just because the Raider Nation's at home. But if it was at Cincinnati, I would take Cincinnati, honestly. New England at Philly.
Picture.
I'm going to go ahead and take the Eagles.
You're a hater.
I'm just going to go ahead and take the Eagles. Chicago at Los Angeles Chargers. Or Rams.
I'm going to take the Rams.
Yeah. I will also take the Rams. You know what? We're going to take Chicago.
Go ahead.
I'm
I
going
got
to take
Chicago on my phone.
I'm going to take Chicago. And then Monday night's game, Kansas City at Los Angeles Chargers.
KC all day.
Yeah, KC also. All right, Rick. So if you want to take photos of these picks, because I always be cheating and shit.
I trust you, but I still think you cheat.
All right.
I trust, but you cheat.
All right, so those are our picks. You can hand check them yourself for the next time. And so we're gonna go ahead and keep it moving. Once again, we wrapped up. We started with Donald Trump. That was the NFL. Our picks and the hot teams. So far, I'm actually doing pretty good. Mm-hmm. So, Rick, what do you think about the NBA so far? Our third topic.
Man, look, I think most teams aren't able to play 10 games. I think to really get a gauge of what your team's gonna be, and especially in the NBA, you gotta play at least 20 games.
Right.
20 games is about a quarter of your season.
It's real early.
Yeah, I mean the Wizards, they 2-5. I thought they was gonna go 32-50. They gave me hope a couple of nights ago, but damn, watching them tonight.
Yeah, they lost tonight to Cleveland at home. With Colin Sexton, who was tearing it up, and Tristan Thompson had a double-double.
I don't know what's going on with the Wizards, but as far as the other teams,
I think it's just a young kind of upbuild. I don't know. I look at it two different ways.
I want to make the playoff, dog. I don't want to be like the 10th or 11th seed. Let me be a 9th seed and miss about one game, right? But
I don't know that we're there this year.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at it two different ways. Are we a transition team now ready to refocus our upstart? Or are we, this is the team, and we're just trying to stay middle of the pack? Because I feel like
middle of the pack.
I feel like but if that's your strategy to stay middle of the pack, that's how you can sink so quickly.
I think they got a nice, from what I'm seeing, some not a lot of young players like Troy Brown ain't doing shit, but the Hibachi sir, he did pretty good for a couple of years. Hibachi, whatever fucking name is.
Yeah,
Teriyaki. He's not good. He did pretty good. His last 3 games, he's been kind of suspect, but he did pretty good.
He's still a rookie.
I want to see more. I still, as a homer, I think that we should be at least, even though I said 32-50. Ask me again in February, I'm gonna be like, man, we fucking gonna be 10-72, right? But
it's not gonna be that bad.
I know, but when the season now, they're watching the play because I haven't been watching the Wizards. I'm like, yo, the teams we losing to. Okay, the Rockets. I was like, yo, we did good against the Rockets. So that even though we lost, I'm like, yo,
1 point game, that many points.
We should beat teams like Cleveland, right? And then when they lose to teams like this, it's like the same old Wizards, even when they was at their good stage. Right? Sometimes they'll beat the good teams, but then they'll lax and lose to these bum-ass teams. So I think they need to play better. Isaiah Thomas, he's actually playing pretty decent. I thought he wasn't going to be as good.
I thought he was going to be, I thought he was exactly where he's supposed to be at.
Yeah, and if he keeps playing like this, I think he'll be a good bench player coming off the bench when ball gets back, even though I think it's a trade wall. I really do, but they're not going to trade him. It's going to be
Supermax.
It's going to be him and Bill. But him and Bill are a good tandem.
Very good.
When healthy. They're a great tandem.
My issue has always been, but I think they've kind of found a resolve to the issue that I've always had, which is tread on your tires, because they got Ish Smith, they got Isaiah Thomas, they got
but I think what's going to make them flourish.
So they have a lot of help running.
Wall has to recognize that it's not his team. This is Bradley Beal's team.
Yeah.
And when Wall comes back, Bradley Beal got to have the confidence to be like, look, give me the fucking ball.
And I think one of the biggest things on that is we'll see where
Scott
John
Brooks,
Wall athletically is.
And I don't like Scott Brooks' offense when them two are together because it's all ISO ball.
Yeah.
We need ball movement. We need 3-point shooting. I think
you've been saying that for 2 years now.
Everybody's been saying that for 2 years.
Every Wizards fan for 2 years has been like
they got
Wagner, and Bertanis,
and they be hitting threes, dog. I like that. Even though in the beginning of the season, I was looking at Dave Ross. I was like, I can't believe you got this.
No,
and they're not from Europe. I was like,
No, Wagner went to Michigan.
And I ain't saying, you know what I'm saying?
This is Wagner, but he wants to pronounce Wagner.
But usually you see like white people in the NBA, you like, are they European? Oh, they're not European, they're trash. But if they're European, you be like, oh, they all right? Right? Not being biased.
Generally now where the league is at.
And I was like, damn,
agreed.
People from the Wizards, they hitting threes. Shit. The one got traded from the Lakers, I was give him to me. Shit, I ain't want shit. I check that 3-point shooting all day. Right? So as long as they keep hitting their threes, then they need to be in a rotation. Because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what color you are. You can smack that fucking three in today's NBA. On the fucking court. I don't care if you can't play defense.
You always say that in today's NBA.
Yeah, if you can't play defense, I don't give a fuck. Because he hit that 2 against you, what I want you to do, you stand in that corner and you hit that 3. Because at the end of the day, 3's more than 2.
It does make sense.
Right.
It does make sense. Yeah, so I mean, I haven't seen too many games yet, but I know.
I got to, dog. And it hurts watching Wizards.
No, I'm talking about in general for basketball. I haven't seen too many games.
You watch the Wizards lose.
They got college basketball coming on. It's November 8th.
Look, when the Reds
college basketball should not start till fucking Thanksgiving break.
Nah, man. It got to start in there.
No, it's too early. No.
You can't just jump into your conference play. You can't.
Yeah, all right. So,
it's not fair to the kids.
For the fact. That's not fair to the kids. So for the fact that
the pros don't do it,
we had the Wizards game was the ESPN game, right? Yeah. And then we got to watch college basketball in Alaska. No, there should be another NBA game. So that's what I'm saying, like the earliness of the game.
Oh, I see that.
Why isn't the NBA?
But they had their doubleheader on Wednesday. The real
doesn't matter. Oh my god. Yeah. All right. So fine. Agreed. Kentucky and Duke and they played on Wednesday. So we don't need that on Friday night. What we need is another NBA game.
I said
it's
that.
Friday.
Yeah, I said that. Why the fuck are they showing that? That's bullshit. No, I was like, put ESPN too. What the fuck going on?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
There should have been another NBA game instead of a game in Alaska Anchorage between
and they don't start
Baylor.
They don't start
Washington and UW. And UW's not that far. That's like UW going to play basketball in Pennsylvania. That's like Maryland going to play basketball in Pennsylvania. It's not that far.
Washington
and Alaska compared to Baylor and Alaska?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it really is not that far.
Alaska far shit though.
It's closer to Washington than it is in motherfucking Texas.
Yeah, you're right. Can't argue that.
So
absolutely.
And regardless, I wanted to see the NBA game tonight. Anyway, that's just me just venting. All right, so college basketball, you got a chance to see them?
I agree with you. I want to see more NBA. Right now, it's too early.
It's way too early. Christmas, Thanksgiving break is when it's supposed to start. So, just a shout out to the University of Maryland basketball men's program.
Do better than the fucking football team.
Currently ranked number 8, and we have a lot of good prospects coming back. Eric Ayala, we got Sticks coming back. We got Morcell.
See, I don't know too much about Maryland basketball.
We got Cowan at our point guard, senior point guard from St. John's.
I'm more of an NBA.
We've recruited locally, and we've stuck with the program. And Turgeon has actually figured out a way to keep local talent locally. When is Georgetown going to do that? Because I know that Georgetown's a private school, and it's premier, and it's Georgetown. But there's so much talent here. Not only that, but there's so many kids that play in the WCAC that are Catholic schools that would love to get a free ride to another Catholic school. They'd be like, sweet, I knew what to expect at the high school level when I was a star. Now I'm at the college level when I'm a star. So I don't know what's going on with Patrick Ewing. This is his last year, I think.
Yeah, he need to go that John Thompson route. He need to get the next AIs, the next Victor Pages, motherfuckers like that.
But they're all in the area. He's letting them go. And you don't even have to start with that because it took him a while to become that John Thompson and get the AIs of the world.
No, because he was winning in the 80s.
Right, but he didn't have Final Four teams like that till he had Final Four teams with Patrick Ewing and those guys. Right. But he still built.
Locally, though.
Yes.
Locally, yeah. Yeah, that's what it is.
Because that's where the talent is.
For basketball,
not where it starts from you, like the start of your program in terms of like, I got to build and get name recognition. It's literally the basketball talent. The best in the country is in the DMV.
Yeah.
So when is Georgetown going to get their shit together? Is my question to you as a Georgetown fan. Like, what the fuck? Because I want to root for the Hoyas also.
Yeah.
And don't take me, don't get it wrong. Like, if the fucking Hoyas make the Final Four, I'm still going to be wearing my Maryland shit because I live in a great state. I love my great state.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if Maryland is able to, they figured it out. When is Georgetown going to figure this shit out?
I mean, Turgeon, he was
Look at our starting 5. We have like 3 out of our 5 from
they don't make the tournament
Maryland or Delaware.
Maryland don't make the tournament every year.
It's true. When's the last time Georgetown made the tournament?
Yeah.
When's the last time Georgetown had a winning record in their conference?
Yeah. And it's not even like the Big East.
And you know, last year in the NCAA, and this is way early for college basketball, so we just got into it real quick, is that last year a lot of fucking tournament analysts were actually thinking Georgetown could make it if they won this next game.
Right.
And I've seen them play.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, number one, you haven't seen this team play. Number two, you're betting it on them beating like DePaul and Marquette on back-to-back weekends after they lost 3 in a row going into the Big East tournament. That doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
If that means that they're on the bubble break, you haven't seen enough Georgetown basketball. But again, going back to when is
I think you said it though. They got to start recruiting in the area because there's a lot of ballers in this area.
We have the best basketball talent between Baltimore and Northern Virginia on 95. We have the best.
Yeah, there's a lot.
We just do.
There's a lot. I mean, a lot of them playing in the NBA or used to play in the NBA. You're absolutely right. And a lot of them do good in college basketball. They might not make it to the next level, but they're good enough to play in the next.
They are. And so that's my question for you as a Georgetown fan. When are y'all gonna figure it out?
They got to get Coach Cal.
This is the last year for John. For Patrick Ewing.
I don't know how they gonna do it.
This is the last year for Patrick Ewing.
They got to get Coach Cal.
If the Hoyas don't make the tournament this year, and I said it since last year, if they don't make the tournament this year, they're not.
I think no.
It's Patrick Ewing's last year.
This is second year though. They ain't gonna
third. This is third.
Yeah, they're gonna give him 4, man.
You think they're gonna give him 4?
Yeah, it's Pat Ewing, but they got to get Coach Cal.
I just hope but that's not an option.
It could be.
It's not an option.
Wishful thinking.
Why would Coach Cal leave the middle of bumblefuck, whatever the fuck? Where the town is literally you. Like you go anywhere in the motherfucking town and it's you.
But you can
Coach
come
Cal,
to fucking DC
and be a number. John Wall, the Capitals, the Nationals.
If Georgetown basketball is
the Redskins.
Come on, yeah. If Georgetown
can't afford them. Let's be honest.
Yes, they can.
No, they can't.
OG Bill gives them money. Trust me.
Did his undergrad's from Georgetown?
Yeah. OG Bill, Georgetown. Google it.
That's his Georgetown Law School. His undergrad's, yeah.
OG Bill.
That's where he met.
Who left office, $22 trillion surplus. Why would you vote Republican? I don't know.
Right. All right, so let's keep it moving. We're going to move on to our next topic. Once again, we're going to keep you in the loop. Once again, my name is Alex, along here with
Rick.
This is that show, Open Shots. Hit us up at openshotsdmv@gmail.com. We start off with Donald Trump, NFL hot teams. We just went into the NBA and, a little bit of college basketball. Of course, Maryland and Georgetown. And we're going to move on to something, Rick, where you tell me what you think. Kentucky and Virginia had elections this past
I think it was
week.
bigger. I think it was bigger for Virginia and not
because they got the state senate.
And the House.
Okay.
And
they got essentially Congress.
They got everything. They got the House and state senate.
Okay.
And they have a Democratic fucking governor, so they could pass whatever the fuck they want. Because Virginia's really a purple state, right?
Northern Virginia.
Well, I say
it's like Northern Virginia, Richmond, and the rest
couple
of the
years, you could really count it as a blue state. Because even though
Hillary won.
And
Virginia.
Obama did twice, and I can't remember. But Virginia, the reason why, because the population of Northern Virginia is growing so much, right? It just outnumbers those rural areas.
To a ridiculous amount.
Right.
If you haven't been at Clarendon, Arlington, Alexandria, then you
could really say Virginia is a blue state. Because Richmond to Virginia Beach to Hampton, I'm talking about
demographically.
Yeah. Those is much of the population of the whole state of Virginia. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's why I was such a surprise that for the Virginia House that the Democrats won, because those House congressmen, who's not U.S. congressmen, they're Virginia
state. Yeah, this is state elections. Right? Yeah.
They're all in those rural towns, so
they can influence. Yeah,
right. So it's usually like the
rural places are the red places.
Virginia on the national election, they'll go Democrat. And the governor, it'll be closed. Sometimes it'll be Republican.
Yeah, I remember. It's always kind of like that, though.
Right?
Yeah.
But they never controlled the Senate or the House, so they couldn't pass any laws.
Their governor.
Right? You see what I'm saying? So now they have all three, so now they can pass whatever the fuck they want.
Virginia's a very big state. Right? And a lot of influence and a lot of neighbors. You got North Carolina, West Virginia, Tennessee.
Yeah, but I'm talking about as far as state of Virginia.
No, I'm just yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I mean, we not from Virginia. Fuck Virginia and their crime and their laws and shit like that. But what I'm saying is that's big to turn, especially Virginia. You have to remember, at the end of the day, it's a slave state, right?
Was.
No, yeah, whatever. But if you ever go to a rural part of Virginia, you'd be
like places like Lynchburg.
Yeah, shit.
Was named after a guy named John Lynch. By the way,
right? Did not know that. Fun fact of the day. Learn something new every day.
Every day.
But what I'm saying is, like, not everything is Richmond. Not everything is Alexandria. Not everything is fucking.
Yeah. Oh no, there's places.
There's some parts of Virginia,
Aldi,
where you be like,
fucking Bristol, Roanoke.
You be like, good, like,
yeah.
We in fucking America, or we in like
Farmville, VA. So what you got to say? Rough stuff.
You be so fucking in the country, you be like, is this America? But that's how medical America is. They fucking bumfuck country neck motherfuckers. Like.
Right. So for Kentucky, now they have a
which is bullshit.
Democratic governor.
Okay, shit happens. I don't think that's gonna turn that state blue when it comes to a general election, because all the motherfuckers gonna vote for fucking Donald Trump and they're gonna vote for fucking Mitch McConnell. So I think from what I was reading, from what I was listening to on the news, is like I guess he had a name, and the people in Kentucky didn't like the existing.
So the previous so the current guy who won, I can't remember his name, Bashir, I think his name is. His father was a previous governor. So he had name recognition, right? Kind of like Eddie Murphy and the distinguished gentleman.
The other one was like they ain't really like him because they was growing tired of him and shit like that. And even though he tried to have Trump rally up the base and shit like that, that's I guess you could be like, yeah, that's a plus, but at the end of the day, that's a nothing burger to me.
Okay.
You'll never turn Kentucky blue, ever. So it's a nothing.
Well, Kentucky is blue, isn't it? Wildcats.
The basketball team.
Oh, the basketball team is blue, but not the rest of the state.
Absolutely.
So you don't think that this has anything, like any, what are you getting out of?
Zero impact in the state of Kentucky.
Kentucky, in terms of the preview for 2020, in terms of predictions, what does it say?
Now,
what does it say?
As far as Congress, it might, but not really, because even they didn't gain any House seats for the state of Kentucky. So it means nothing in Kentucky. It means something in Virginia, because now you can start winning more House seats for Congress. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because the way the districting is for the votes and all that good stuff.
So now Virginia, they could rewrite the districting law.
They could gerrymander, but that's what Maryland's kind of getting looked at also for gerrymandering. Because, and I don't like it. I don't like it. But if you win, you can you can change the borders.
That's what I'm saying. They do it all the time. And fucking Republicans
have been doing
history
of like
decades.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it, but shit. Now we can start doing it to work in our favor. And so fuck it. Yeah. And now I want to hear them complain like we complain.
Yep. No, I mean there's a lot.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So look, I don't agree. See, I ain't type of motherfucker that's gonna be like, I don't like that shit, but now we want. Oh, now I like shit. No, I keep it gangster. Yeah, I don't like this shit. I don't agree with it. It should be a fucking judge and be like, okay, this. Boom, leave it.
Right.
I don't think.
And then you got to get in where you fit in.
Right. I don't think the person in power should have that ability.
All right. So let's just recap real quick. For Kentucky, we have a Democratic. They have a Democratic governor now. Preview 2020 doesn't mean anything.
Nothing. He can't pass nothing.
Okay. So for Virginia, state senate, everything
it means a lot.
So moving forward for 2020 predictions, what does it say? What are we?
Oh, that's going to be a blue state.
It's going to be a blue state.
And we can win some House seats.
Okay. All right. And that's about it?
That's about it.
Okay. All right. I do have two random topics up here where, we didn't get into, so once again, this is that show, Open Shots. Hit us up at openshotsdmv@gmail.com. I'm your host, Alex, along here with
Rick.
All right. So we're going to keep y'all going, listeners. We started off with Trump, went to NFL hot teams. NBA so far, of course, we got in college basketball, Maryland, Georgetown. We just wrapped up the Kentucky and Virginia election results this past week. And I don't want to forget the BCS games that are coming up this weekend. LSU is playing Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama,
and so this is your top four right now. Ohio State is number 1. LSU is number 2. Alabama is number 3. Penn State's number 4. I have no idea how Ohio State is number 1. They're playing Maryland tomorrow.
Yeah, but they go by strength of schedule.
But the strength of schedule is always going to be in the SEC.
Yeah,
to give me a better strength of schedule. You
but
think
they've only played 8 weeks. You can't say whatever fuck.
What Ohio State played earlier? I just don't believe that Ohio State should be number one. So
they saw politics because they know Ohio State, Penn State going to play each other, and they know LSU and Alabama about to play.
So now they're just
setting it up. Clemson is out. They're just
trying to set it up.
It's just for show.
Yeah,
it's politics.
So I got LSU beating Alabama.
No, you're wrong. You know they playing in Alabama, right?
The Bayou Bengals. Yeah. Hey, we're about to see an upset.
That's good to know. I told you that.
I really don't think this is gonna be an upset, but I'm still gonna go with
Alabama's gonna win 38-21.
I'm gonna go 28.
You know Alabama beat them last year 29-0.
Yeah, well, this is a new year.
Okay, that's good to know.
Still undefeated.
They beat them 29-0 in LSU.
I know how the SEC works.
In Baton Rouge.
I know how the SEC works.
So now you got to come to Tuscaloosa. Whatever fuck, redneck.
Exactly.
And play.
I'm still sticking with LSU. The Bayou Bengals. Hey, I got to stick with them. I'm going with LSU.
You bet on that?
No, I'm going with LSU. Ohio State plays Penn State on November the 23rd. As long as they're still both undefeated, it will be a number 4 versus number 4, which would be a preview of potentially a Big Ten championship game, which is also the LSU-Alabama game, which is a preview of the potential SEC championship game. Yeah. So November 23rd is Ohio State-Penn State. Who you got in that one? I don't have that much research. I'm going to go ahead and go the opposite and take Penn State. I haven't seen enough of either.
Penn State.
I don't really believe in Big Ten football to even go that deep.
Me neither.
You know? So the fact that they're in the top 4 is like...
Yeah, you know it's bullshit because 2 SEC teams and 2...
No, but
Big Ten team. But at the end of the day, they're gonna play each other out. So I wouldn't be all up in the bind with it. Like when the standards first came out, people were like, "Oh, how you leave Clemson out?" Well, at the end of the day, it's what they're doing this year, not what they did last year. And Clemson's strength of schedule is fucking trash. Like
right.
They've been playing teams like fucking Blair and Einstein. You know what I'm saying?
UCF.
They ain't been playing nobody.
Yeah. All right, so that I didn't forget about the BCS. So we just wrapped it up with the BCS, and we did the Kentucky-Virginia election results. All right, so here's some random ass shit, and we're gonna end it on this, and we're gonna make it quick. Thank you for listening to us, people. I really, really do appreciate it. We appreciate it. Popeye's chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
All right, so we live in the great state of Maryland, where this past week, a gentleman, I guess, was waiting for a Popeye's chicken sandwich in Oxon Hill, Maryland, and got murdered. All right, so here's the story from what. But here's the story of what I understand. The story was that one of the guys, they were waiting in line for Popeye's sandwiches, and this one dude tried to like keep jumping in line, and then the other dude was like, "Hey, stop jumping in line." So the guy that was jumping in line was like, "What do you want to do about this shit?" So the other guy was like, "You know what? I'm not trying to like make a fucking scene," and left. So the guy who was jumping in line followed the other guy who just left the store outside, started some beef, and then the guy who left for calling the guy out for jumping in line stabbed the guy back. So it was more like self-defense.
I don't know if it's self-defense, but okay.
That's the kind of story I heard from one angle. I don't know if that's the real story, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a story I heard.
Yes,
it's a story I heard. The guy that got stabbed was essentially acting in self-defense. Is a story I heard. All right. Before we even get into that, this whole hoopla over Popeye's chicken sandwiches, like, I don't understand. So first of all, I have always been anti-fad. Like, whatever's hot, I'm not. Like, whatever you're doing over there, I'm just gonna kick back and like, let me see how it ends out.
That junk good.
Yeah, it is that good. But is it really?
Good. It ain't good while I be waiting in line for 89 hours like motherfuckers do. Like
some of these people are hitting each other in the drive-thrus with their cars to be like, "I was here first."
It ain't that serious. And Popeyes know what they doing. They do
propaganda.
Yes, I think
they ran out of chicken like a month ago.
Yeah, let me tell you a story. I went to the Popeyes on fucking look. I went there on Sunday, got my first jump right, and they give you a receipt. You get 2 free piece chicken. If you ever go to Popeyes, they give you a receipt.
They give you a survey from McDonald's every single time for a free double quarter pounder.
Read your fucking receipt.
I don't do it, but
anyway, long story short. So I went there on Tuesday to get my fucking free 2-piece chicken. You get a large soda, 2-piece chicken. But anyway, I don't think that the motherfucker should be waiting that long. Because at the end of the day, it's just a chicken sandwich, right? And Popeyes, they know. I think it's a marketing tool because they know, like, the first time, like, we just gonna act like we sold out, but motherfuckers gonna, like, motherfucking pop, every time you go
How
to
you
Popeyes.
run out of chicken at Popeyes?
At Popeyes. That's like McDonald's running out of Big Macs, right? So,
out of fucking meat.
Burgers, anything, in general, right? But anyway, the sandwich is good, don't get me wrong, because ain't nothing like no Popeyes crunch. You get that crunch on that burger, and you put it between a bun? Good. Like, that joint mean, right? But I ain't waiting in fucking line for an hour, dog. I ain't gonna do it. Point example, I went to the joint in White Oak. My wife wanted another chicken sandwich, right? So I said, all right, I'll get you another chicken sandwich. I waited in the fucking line for 30 minutes, Holmes. The bitch gone right before.
Well, you normally have to wait in a line at Popeyes for like about 12 minutes.
Yeah, but you know,
10 to 12 is kind of average.
Right, but
anybody waiting. So
30 minutes ain't that bad because everybody trying to get the sandwich. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
And plus, I've waited longer when I was like, yeah, let me get a 30-piece all thighs. They were like, it's gonna take 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, bitch, I know what I said. I said all thighs.
Yeah.
All right, man, make them motherfuckers spicy. 15 spicy, 15 mild. Right? I done shit like that at Popeyes.
Right.
And they get attitudes with me. I don't give a fuck. I'll wait.
Yeah.
But anyway.
You're the customer. You ordered it.
I waited fucking 30 minutes, right? And I was like the second motherfucker right to be next. This bitch gonna come to the jump talking about, yeah, we added buns. And we about to fry some more sandwiches up. Y'all gotta wait 35 minutes. I'm like, bitch, I just waited 30 fucking minutes and now you want me to wait another 35 minutes? I rolled the fuck out. I'm not waiting no fucking hour for a 2-minute sandwich. But it is good.
It is that good. Do you think that there's...
My question is like... with the hype. It shouldn't be this way. Popeye should have been had that sandwich.
But do you think that they're also overinflating the market?
No, because it's only a $3.99 sandwich.
But you still... All right, so you run out of buns, you run out of chicken. Fuck it, you're already there.
You know what it is? All it is a Popeye's chicken breast. That's all it is.
Whatever it is, what I'm saying is...
Now, listen
Bambies are going crazy.
Have you ever had a Popeye's chicken thigh?
I've had every kind of piece of Popeye's chicken.
You know what would make the sandwich even better? If they gave you a boneless chicken thigh, fried like Popeye's in that bun, then I'll wait for 2 fucking hours. Because if you ever had a Popeye's thigh and you put that bitch in between some buns and that spicy sauce, Slim, I'm dead. But a chicken breast, no. No.
So it is a thing. Apparently it is a thing. And motherfucking Popeyes the hype is real. Apparently the hype is real.
To me, it shouldn't be.
To me, it's hype. That's why I'm anti-hype.
It's just a chicken sandwich, dog. At the end of the day, it's a chicken sandwich, but what takes it to the next level is the crunch. Nobody has that Popeyes crunch. Okay. So don't eat it cold. I'm talking about if you ever get it, and you get that bitch warm, like right out that joint, and you chew and you go, and that's that Popeyes crunch. That's what hooks you because it reminds you of eating Popeyes chicken. That's all.
Well, to me, regardless, I don't know, man.
That's all it is.
I don't know about it.
Cause you like when you eat Popeyes chicken, you knew that somebody took time.
Man, the first time I ever had Popeyes, I didn't know how to order.
I'm talking about
the person that was in front of me ordered, and I was like, I had the same thing he just had. Yeah, and then I had it, and I was like, oh, this is what it's about.
You know how people deep fry chicken, right? Yeah. They get the flour and shit on it. Whoever did the ingredients for Popeye's chicken, that's what you're eating on that chicken sandwich. That's why I say it's good, because if you eat like a bland ass shit like fucking Chick-fil-A, you're like,
all right, chicken sandwich.
Yeah, but that Popeye, you know what gets you is that crunch. The crunch is what gets you.
What is that? Milk, buttermilk?
I don't know what it is, but that motherfucker gets you
buttermilk,
and you win the game. You eat that shit, you be like, I want more.
Once again, this is that show. But Open Shots.
No, it's not worth the hype. It's a good chicken sandwich. Now, if you take it down the list, like what's better, it might be your number one. Because
it's not my number one.
Is it better than fucking Chick-fil-A? If it's better than Chick-fil-A,
Roy Rogers, Gold Rush.
I said that. I said it. Yeah. I was telling my fucking cousin, I was like, that Gold Rush like that. But yeah, get the spicy jump. It's going to change your mind.
Yeah, but all right. Once again, this is that show. Open Shots. Hit us up at Open Shots DMV.
And I fuck with the Gold Rush.
gmail.com. I'm your host, Alex, along here with
Rick. And I fuck with you, Gold Rush. You bomb and shit, but that fucking Popeyes knock you out the building.
So we just going to wrap it up with you. Start off with Donald Trump, NFL hot teams. Then we move on to the NBA, UMD, college basketball. Kentucky, Virginia elections, and we ended with Popeyes. No, Kentucky, Virginia elections, and we ended with Popeyes chicken sandwiches. We will catch y'all in 2 weeks. You heard what our picks are. Hopefully, if you had a chance to listen to us, it's something decent for your car ride home. We representing that DMV. We're always looking to get sponsored. You know, we think outside of the box. We're definitely not something like that you've ever heard before. And in the meantime, we're going to keep moving. 2 weeks. Rick, you going to be good?
Hell yeah.
And thanks for listening. We'll see y'all.